Okay, so we'll continue at the end of the Maimer. Bezehu, Shenemar, it's by the number, a few lines above the number 42. The last point was that since the Mishkan exists, Begashmius, but Behelem, and the Shamas Datzilis can see it, and there's an arichas here why we don't, but still, you need Yegia, such a person through Yegia could. So, therefore, it makes it easier to be mamshir the Beis Hamikdash Begashmius Bepoel. If it wasn't here, but all Begashmius, so this would require extraordinary effort, an incomparable effort. But now that it's here, Begashmius, it's a lot easier. So now summarizing kind of the Maimer that the pasuk says Vikehu li she'ein zaz la'olam. Whenever the word li appears in the pasuk, it means it's never moves forever. Given shegam ha'achshav, now a new deal. It's not a summary. Sorry, now this is behemshich to the point just made. The begashmis, the Mishkan is here. That adds a new depth to the li begashmis. Given shegam achshav kayemes mitziyus shel Mishkan begashmis. Because now too we have begashmis the Beis Hamikdash, the Mishkan. Elosh behelim is concealed, but it's present. Pashat begashmis, so the eternity is even on a physical level. Similar to the word of the Alter Rebbe, that was explained in the Maimar of the Alter Rebbe with the Tzemach Tzedek's notes, which were reference was made. He says in Parshas Vayigash and another Maimar, Teres Menachem Sevamorim Nissen. With respect to the order of the brachas of the Amida established by the Anshe Knesset HaGedolah, healing the sick, blessing the years, and the like. The question is, we see that sometimes these brachas don't actualize, they don't happen. That the sick is not healed, etc. How could they even act it? God forbid a bracha in vain. And the answer cannot be that, well, they do are fulfilled on a spiritual plane. What are we asking? We're asking for the actual physical healing and physical sustenance. But the matter is, in light of what we said before, it is here begashmius. It's taka begashmius here, but it's concealed like the Mishkan ve'in above begilui. Somebody take a word. So it's not simply on the Ruchni plane, but in our physical world, simply concealed. And therefore these prayers, these bakoshes are not prayers in vain, God forbid, which is forbidden for a Jew to utter. He drew it also begashmis. Only it's not revealed sometimes al nisha behelim. That is moving Likewise, the Mishkan that is present but concealed. The Pil Parich brings the name of the Alter Rebbe in the Shomas Hagvois with respect to the lofty Neshamas Kmei Rashbi. There was no churban. And it means this begashmius. Bechitzonius, it appears that it's behelim. This is even a bigger chiddush because bechitzonius, well, it's similar. You see, bechitzonius, the person is not healed, and yet Baruch Atah Hashem Reifach Chelim. Chaser Asiyim. Okay, so the summary of the Maimer, the overview of the Maimer is all the various Shilas and Diyukim in the 3 times that the word Terumah appears in the Parsha. First, Li. The second time, it is Trumasi, but Nidvas Libam. And the third time is, this is the Terumah you take from them. So we have the answer to all these inyonim, because the first one, why it says Vayikho, not Vayitno, and why Li only appears with the first one. Again, and the second one is Trumasi, Taki, but not Li. And the third one is Trumastam and Me'ita. No, I'm sorry, no, the third one also says Trumasi, but Me'ita. Yeah. Yes. No, Taka not. So the Maim doesn't spell this out, but it's clear in the Hemshech Habir of Li, Trumasi, and Stam Truma. Because, and what's Vayikho? Because this is the thing of Pischali Achaisili. This is the Eibishtis Arusa de La'ela, and it's Li, because Li implies eternity, which means unconditional. It's not dependent on Avedis Adam. The Eibishtis is forever knocking on the heart of every Jew and begging, Pischali. In the words of the Medrash, how much longer will I wander without a home? Make me a Mishkan that I should not be on the outside. I want to be in the inside with you. Hence, it's v'yikchol, because we have to just take this Yisraelis. It's granted to us. And the fact that you don't hear it, the neshama does hear it. And that's why tshuva can happen out of it would appear to be out of nowhere. But what is required is, so sometimes Hashem knocks so loudly that if we've made no achana, we can't ignore it. But sometimes the knocking, b'derech klal, derech harogil, the knock is a knock, and you have to be equally be aware and open up the door and hear the knock. So that's the union of Li. But then there has to be the Avodah, that's the Sarusa de La'ela, and if the response only is to the Sarusa de La'ela alone, we're riding on the inspiration, we're moved, and therefore we behave. If we behave because we're moved, then when we're not moved, we stop. So then there has to be Sarusa de L'Tata, a tshuva, Pasha from Milamata, of our, a tshuva that's born of our own cheshbon. Not a tshuva that's born as a result of being aroused from above, which begins the process. But then a tshuva because of our own deficiencies, etc. And that will last. And that is the second diuk, the second part of the pasuk. This is already nidvas alev, a person's responsive, generous heart. Now comes the diuk and the beard of Terumah. So Terumah is 2 inyanim, Terumah is Torah mem, and Terumah is also Tefillah, Krishma and Tefillah, Meseres Nefesh be'echad trei mimeya. The 2 echads of Krishma Shel Shachris and Krishma Shel Shachris complete the 100 letters of the Shema Yisrael and Baruch Shem. So, pardon? So that's the inyan of, again, this is consistent. It's Trumasi, Tikkos Trumasi, because the first Pirush is Torah, but the Maimon said actually, Vayikoli Truma, that's the inyan of Torah. And Trumasi, actually later he adds, so the inyan of Vayikoli Tikkos Trumasi, so that's the second Pirush of the Zohar, Avedes HaTfilah, Meseres Nefesh. Shema. But then he added it's also a remez on the first Pirush, Torah, and that will explain, although the Maimon doesn't say that, that will explain Trumasi, because Torah is the Eibishter's. Why? Because there's the Maila of Torah that comes after Tefillah. There's Tefillah before Torah and Torah after Tefillah. As Abba Chanon said, he always requested, and always careful, that upon awakening, the first thing should be, Shetei Smucha Lemitasi Tfilasi, Smuch L'Tfilasi, that first be should in Tefillah, not the enough Torah. Dafke. And then Torah afterwards. So therefore, the second half of the pasuk, the second statement, Tichos goes both on the avodah of tefillah, sarusa delatata, yidvena liboy, but also hints to trumasi, a higher level of limit Torah. Where there, the limit Torah, the person mamash becomes one with the Eibishter. Why? Because it follows the Mesiras Nefesh be'echad of Shema Yisrael. Then it really penetrates it. And then comes the avodah b'divrei reshus. The next pasuk. Zois ha-terumah shetikhu mitom doesn't say trumasi. It says terumah because this is not my terumah. This is your divrei reshus, kol masecha, tikhu mitom, take from them. That is the avodah of kol masecha, l'shem shamayim, and even the higher avodah b'chol drachecha de'eyu. And then, in addition to all of this, is Pasuk Pshuta, the Inyan of Beis HaMikdash Begashmius. Vasuli Mikdash, but we said Li means La'elam, but the Chayyar was destroyed. The first one, the roof was destroyed, but the foundations were remained. The second one was Oru Ada Yisaidba. It was raised Rahman and sunk to the ground. So where's the Nitzchis? The answer is the Nitzchis is Moshe Rabbeinu, is the Mishkan. It's hidden. Where is it hidden? It's hidden underneath the Heichel. And moreover, someone in a Maimon Matzav in the Shom of Atzilis can see it, even when it's concealed. And the one who doesn't, because of his lowly state, and especially because of Chatim and Avinus, who has to toil greater and beg the Eibishter to open his eyes, it's also available to him too. So bottom line, that since the Mishkan exists, Begashmi, so the Avodah, therefore, to complete the whole Kavanah Sabriya and have the third base of Mikdash built Begashmi is so much easier. We're not going from Elam HaRuchni to Elam HaGashmi. And this is similar to, he says, the Meiri Dikabir, that the vote of the Alter Rebbe with the Tzemach Tzedek Sargoyis, have to see who exactly said the vote over there. Perhaps a combination of both. That Reifa Chelim and Mevarech Hashonim is not the pshat that it is fulfilled Beruchnis, but fulfilled Begashmis. Otherwise, Chas v'Sholem, it would be a Tfilah Shov. But it's Behelim. And the final word, the Pilo Parasha that we have, the Sima Maimer is missing. Pilo Parasha that said that for certain Hashoms like Rashbi, there was no Chorban. There was no Tisha B'Av. Again, the seam is missing, but the general Inyan we certainly get.